I'd like to introduce you to Steve Earle from Paso Robles, California. Steve and I both work for Michael Dusi Trucking out of Paso Robles, California. And Steve brought up Michael's new truck for the 2014 Chrome and Elegance photo shoot. And Steve, I'd like to ask you why Michael picked these colors.
Well, the Dusi family had a loss several years ago, and it was Michael's aunt, and he wanted to do a truck celebrating her life, and that is why the truck got started and why it is here today and why it is what it is. You know, there's no other motives behind it other than it's just a celebration of her life.
Oh, very cool. Tell us about the paint scheme. You know, where did you guys come up with the ribbons for this? It's a beautiful setup. And
yeah, no, when it was
process.
When the truck was under construction and ideas were coming together, our artist there in Northern California put together several ideas, and we felt it was important to really make it stand out, make it flash, and we wanted to incorporate, obviously the ribbons was the number one focus, and then we wanted to put a little Michael Dusi twist to it. So the end result was this, kind of got a flame look to it, and very much about the reason for the truck being here. Okay, very cool. Tell me how long ago you started out trucking. Tell us about starting with Michael. I know you've been around a long time. I first started with Michael in 1997. He had just two trucks at that time, just picked up his second truck, and I was an owner-operator, just kind of getting started and into the business, and you know, he was getting himself established and getting, you know, enough work that an extra hand really was needed, and that's kind of where I fit in. And as time went on and the company grew, I eventually you know, ended up selling my equipment to him and moved into the office, and have been doing more of the administrative type duties ever since.
Okay, very good. Tell us about the business. What do we primarily do for a living?
Well, we try to service a little bit of everything, but we're focused primarily into the wine industry itself. Everything from the beginning stages of the grapes to hauling those to the wineries, raw juice, bulk wine, cased wine, corks, labels, glass, you name it. Anything that has to do with that industry, we've got our hands on in some fashion. And have since expanded from beyond trucking to warehousing and you know, every facet of the wine industry, and at some fashion we're part of it.
Okay, logistics and on and on.
On and on.
Okay, very good. Now with Michael, this has been a family tradition. I know that his dad drove, and did Grandpa drive too? I know that the vineyards have been there for a long time.
You know, the Dusi family is very unique, and I say that because you don't see the family atmosphere a lot like you do with the Dusi family. They are involved. I remember many years ago, his grandfather Dante would be out on an old blue forklift we had that really took a magician to run for the most part, and his grandfather was the guy, and he'd come out and help us move freight around in the trailers.
He knew the sweet spot.
Yeah, no, his uncle, you know, definitely, you know, would help out when we needed a hand or some extra labor, you know, to be done, whether it was on a backhoe digging us some concrete footings to set trailers on, or you know, whatever it took. His dad is a part of what we're doing, you know, for the most part on a daily basis. We've even gotten his mother involved at different times, helping to get some money collected, those types of things. We now have his brother Matt, who is he's kind of our money guy, and so he's overseeing our finances, and so no, they're absolutely very involved in what we're doing.
Okay, yeah, very good. And now we've got a wine label as well. Tell them a little bit about that.
Yeah, no, Michael's sister, now she's got her own label, and you know, I think she's doing well with it. And a lot of that fruit is coming right off of the Dusi vineyards, and you know, getting a lot of her work done at the Dusi warehouse, and yeah, so no, everybody, the whole family is involved. It seems like in no matter what any one person's doing, everybody's going to have a hand in it to help.
Oh, right on. Very good. I know I've enjoyed the last 8 years that I've been a part of this group, and we always roll down the road with a special style and represent the boss. So,
Yep.
Steve, on behalf of Chrome and Elegance 2014 calendar shoot, we'd like to present this to you to say thank you for your work in bringing the truck up, getting her shined up, and also for a little thank you to Michael for releasing Pinky and letting you drive her up this way to show her off. So thank you so much.
Very nice. No, thank you for having us up there, and it was an absolute honor for me to be able to bring this truck. It was Michael and I talked about it a little bit, and again, it was an honor, and I'm very, very fortunate that I was able to do this. So
thank you so much.
we appreciate it.
Appreciate you.